So, Microsoft just held their event yesterday where they made several very exciting announcements about their new AI powered computers, as well as integrating some very useful AI features into Windows 11. Now, the event was over an hour long, but as always, I'm going to play you the highlighted clips from the event, and then we'll explain everything in detail so you can understand it easily. Let's jump right in.
But today, we're going beyond the cloud to the device, removing those fundamental constraints of power and space, reducing latency, ensuring privacy. We believe AI will be distributed. The richest AI experiences will harness the power of the cloud and the edge, working together in concert. This, in turn, will lead to a new category of devices that turn the world itself into a prompt. Devices that can instantly see us, hear, reason about our intent and our surroundings. For us, this vision starts with our most beloved and most widely used canvas, Windows. And it's why we are introducing an entirely new class of Windows PCs engineered to unleash the power of distributed AI across the edge and cloud. We call this new category Copilot Plus PCs.
So that was Satya's introduction, where he mentions that they are working on seamlessly integrating AI into Windows and their computers. He calls this new category Copilot Plus PCs. So let's check out how good these PCs are and what these AI capabilities actually are.
Let's turn our attention to the next generation, Copilot Plus PCs. We've reimagined the entirety of the PC from the inside out. We've made a huge leap forward in technical capability to usher in this new category. And even with all this power, these new PCs are unbelievably thin, light, and beautiful. I'm going to show you these in a minute, but let's start first by describing what makes them unique. First, they are the most powerful Windows PCs ever built. Second, they give you access to the most advanced AI available with Microsoft Copilot. And finally, they're going to introduce all new productivity, creativity, and communication capabilities that I think of literally as superpowers. All right, next, we talked about Microsoft Copilot. We've updated Microsoft Copilot, your everyday AI companion, by reimagining what Copilot can do on Windows. Let's take a look. It's going to be easier than ever to call on Copilot with just a tap on your keyboard or on the center of your Windows taskbar. As you see here, we're simplifying the experience. We're making it more personal. We're making it faster to get to what you want. We're also going to make it a flexible app experience, so you can resize it, you can snap it, or you can even maximize it and run it in full screen. And one of the great things now when you have Copilot on Windows is that I can now use two windows, and I can literally drag and drop something from one window to the other, like in this case with the Northern Lights, and I'm able to ask it, hey, tell me about this phenomenon that happened in Seattle last weekend. And I get a great set of information on it. Later this year, you're going to see Copilot show up in Windows in Settings, where it's going to provide helpful suggestions for you. So for example, here, when you go into Windows Settings and you need to configure your PC, with one click, Copilot will help you. Or you can get things done in fewer steps when you go to File Explorer. For example, you can quickly get a photo, and you can edit it without having to open an app. Or even what's great, one of my favorites, within notifications itself. So when you're on your Windows desktop and you get a notification, you can now simply click on that notification, and Copilot, for example, in this case, will answer that question to reply to an email with the right PowerPoint just with a click.
Now, this is the most exciting update for me because I'm a Windows user, and here they're showcasing Microsoft Copilot, which is essentially your AI companion on Windows. In a sense, it's exactly like the highly anticipated ChatGPT desktop app, but just rebranded as Microsoft. So as they mentioned, you can open Copilot on your screen from just one tap of a keyboard, and you can ask it anything, just like you would a regular chatbot. But there's way more to this. So as he showcased, here you can drag and drop files and images from different windows onto Copilot, and it would know how to analyze the file and answer your questions. So it's a very efficient and streamlined workflow. And they've made this even more efficient by integrating this Copilot feature across windows. So for example, if you hover over an image in a gallery, you're going to have this Copilot button, which you can click on, and it allows you to use AI to edit your images, such as removing a background, without needing to go to Photoshop or Microsoft Paint or any other app. It just does it right there using AI. So this is a very streamlined workflow. Or if a notification pops up, so let's say you received an email from someone, well, with just one click of this Copilot button, you could get it to auto-respond or do some automated function for you, which would save you a lot of time. So I just love how they sprinkled all these AI Copilot features across Windows, so you're not just limited to the Copilot app, which functions like a chatbot, but you could also summon this AI Copilot in different apps. So for example, in your gallery, in Microsoft Word, in Microsoft PowerPoint, etc. So this is very efficient and it would definitely save me a lot of time.
And we're really excited to bring the latest technology from our partners at OpenAI to Copilot. I'm delighted to share that GPT-4o with amazing text, voice, and vision capabilities will soon be available in Copilot. Let me show you a preview. One of our developers, Ryan, simply shared his screen with Copilot while he was playing Minecraft. Now what you're going to see here is two voices. The first will be Ryan, the second will be Copilot. And he's going to be having a natural conversation like he would with a friend while he plays. Let's watch this experience.
Hey, Copilot, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing great, and it looks like you're about to dive into some Minecraft. Ready to build, explore, and maybe dodge a few mobs?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to make a sword. My son plays this game all the time, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
No worries. I'm here to help you impress your son. I see you've got a crafting table in front of you, which is a great start. To craft a sword, you'll need some materials. Can you open your inventory? Just press E on your keyboard.
Yeah, do I have what I need?
Let's see. You've got some sticks, perfect for the sword's handle, but it looks like you're missing the material for the blade. You can use wood, stone, iron, gold, or diamond.
All right, let's pause it there for a second. Did you see how Copilot not only could understand that he was in Minecraft, but it could also understand Ryan's request for help and assess the inventory on his screen? Well, it gets better. As Ryan continues, he gets a surprise that Copilot amazingly identified and it tailored its interaction. Let's watch.
Let's start by gathering some wood or stone. Shall we head out and find some resources?
Yeah, that sounds great. Oh my god, what's that?
Oh no, it's a zombie! Run! You need to get away from it fast. Either sprint away or quickly build a tower of blocks straight up to get out of its reach. If you can find a shelter or dig into the side of a hill, do it now. Just make sure it can't reach you.
All right, I think I might be safe now.
Whew, that was a close one. Great job finding shelter.
So that was honestly for us, For us, that was honestly a magic moment to discover how Copilot with GPT-4o could immediately identify and adapt and be helpful on a screen that it had no knowledge of until it saw it. In this case, a surprise zombie spawn. And I love this example because it demonstrates how Copilot can become a natural and helpful part of your entire Windows experience.
So this is really impressive. From this Minecraft demo, they showed how this AI Copilot assistant can actually analyze your screen in real time and guide you on how to play a video game, for example, or how to code something. And this is super helpful. This is exactly the same as the GPT desktop app that was showcased just a week ago by OpenAI. So in that demo, they showcased how this AI assistant could analyze the user's screen and help the person code a project and analyze data in real time. But you can see here with this Minecraft demo, this is exactly the same function. So OpenAI just released their GPT desktop app, but the bad news is it only works on Mac. It's not available on Windows yet. However, with this new Copilot app, there's actually not really going to be any need for a GPT desktop app on Windows, because this Copilot app is essentially the same thing. Now, there are even cooler AI features that they demonstrated in this showreel. So let me play it for you first, and then we'll go over all the subtle details. First, they have this search history feature. So it seems like on Windows, you now have the option for it to track everything that you've done. So you know how your internet browser has browsing history? Well, this is browsing history, but for your Windows operating system. So all the windows that you've opened, all the documents that you created, all the photos that you've uploaded from your phone, all the videos that you've watched, it can keep track of all of that. And so, for example, if you want to search for a certain photo from the past, it's going to be a pain for you to find it manually in your gallery. But instead, you can use this search history feature, and using AI and what appears to be object recognition technology, it can easily find a photo or video or presentation or document that you were working on in the past.
So notice how these two blue blobs have suddenly become a more refined valley, just like that. So there are 5 different machine learning models running locally in tandem on the NPU to optimize for highest quality output over minimum number of inference steps, making this experience feel truly co-creative, the generated output responding to every single stroke. Now, I actually really like what I have going on here, but I can also play with how much I want to let AI modify my image. You'll notice there's this creativity slider below the text prompt here. The farther I slide to the left, the closer we resemble my original drawing. Sliding it farther to the right allows the AI to play with a little more creativity or freedom. Now, once I've found the perfect balance here, I can actually take this a step further and continue iterating on top of my generated image. So I think a monarch would be the perfect touch here, hovering over this far right flower. It's going to be a big monarch. And just like that, the AI nails it.
And then this AI painting feature is also really cool. Now, this technology isn't new, so you could do the same thing with other AI tools previously, but the fact that they built this into Windows so you can use it anytime you want for free, it's just awesome. So how this works is you just paint a rough composition of how you want the image to look, and then you would use AI and adjust some settings to customize the details of that image. So basically, you don't have to manually draw everything out yourself. You just need to paint a very rough outline or a rough composition, and then use AI to fill in everything else for you. This is very effective. And then they also have this real-time translation feature. Again, a very useful feature. Here they're showcasing that you can use this real-time translation feature in an online call platform like Microsoft Teams, which, if you're not familiar with that, it's like a Zoom or Google Meet, but it's Microsoft's own version of that. Plus, you can also apply this real-time translation feature in videos that you're watching. And of course, Microsoft Copilot is built into Microsoft Office. For now, it does require a paid subscription to Office 365, but if you're a student at a major educational institution, I believe you do have free access to Office 365. And this is like an AI assistant, but built into all your Microsoft Office apps. So for example, in Microsoft Word, you can get Copilot to summarize something or continue writing a paragraph. There's just a lot of nice ways you can use Copilot to help you with your writing. And then in Microsoft Excel, you can get it to analyze data just by asking, like an AI chatbot. You don't actually have to type out all the formulas yourself. And then in Microsoft PowerPoint, for example, you can get it to auto-generate slides for you. So all of this is built into Microsoft Office and the Microsoft Windows ecosystem.
Let's start first by talking about performance. Copilot Plus PCs introduce a new systems architecture powered by the CPU, GPU, and an all-new NPU running at an incredible 40 trillion operations per second. 40 trillion. We also completely re-architected Windows 11 on a new minimum hardware configuration to optimize performance and battery. The result, Copilot Plus PCs are the fastest Windows PCs ever built. And if we wanted to do a comparison, they're 58% faster than the most advanced MacBook Air with the M3 processor. And all of that with a battery that can last all day.
Every Copilot Plus PC will have the building blocks needed to deliver outstanding performance, including 16 gigabytes of RAM, a minimum of 256 gigabytes of SSD storage, and an integrated neural processing unit, or an NPU. NPUs specialize in the matrix math needed for AI, and the NPUs on Copilot Plus PCs are the most powerful in the PC category. Capable of over 40 trillion operations per second, this is a step change in AI performance, allowing AI that is lightning fast and always working, even with multiple AI workloads running concurrently. Not only that, these NPUs barely sip a few watts of power, even when fully utilized. We have brought that same focus on efficiency to every part of the Copilot Plus PCs. We were relentless in finding ways to reduce power consumption system-wide. The result is unprecedented battery life with all of your AI. These devices also stand out in security. By default, all Copilot Plus PCs are secure core PCs, hardened with Microsoft Pluton chip-to-cloud security. Today, we're debuting Copilot Plus PCs on the ARM architecture with the Snapdragon X series, and we were excited to partner with Qualcomm to design this entirely new chip together. And we rebuilt Windows 11 from the inside out for ARM. As a result, Copilot Plus PCs on Snapdragon X will deliver up to 15 hours of web browsing and up to 22 hours of local video playback. That is 20% more than the latest MacBook Air 15-inch. In fact, that's right. In fact, Copilot Plus PCs outperformed the MacBook Air 15-inch by up to 23% on peak performance, and more importantly, up to 58% on sustained multi-threaded throughput performance.
So here he mentions that Microsoft's line of PCs will have a CPU, which is used for computing, obviously, and then a GPU, which is their graphics processing unit, and this is going to be used for video playback and also playing video games, for example. But then there's also going to be an extra component, which is called an NPU, or a neural processing unit. So an NPU is actually quite similar to a GPU, but it's even more optimized for machine learning and AI tasks. In other words, it's great at matrix multiplication. This is, of course, a very important hardware component since their laptops will now have so many integrated AI functions and features, so we'll need this NPU chip to run all these functions efficiently. And they claim that this NPU is the most powerful NPU in the PC industry so far, capable of running 40 trillion operations per second. In fact, they claim that Microsoft's new laptop is the fastest Windows PC ever built, and that it outperforms the latest MacBook Air 15, which uses Apple's state-of-the-art M3 chip, by up to 58% on performance. So just a super fast, super powerful laptop.
Alongside our partners, we are incredibly excited to enter this new era of AI and show you what Copilot Plus PCs can do. Introducing the first ever Copilot Plus PCs from Surface, the all-new Surface Laptop and Surface Pro. They have been designed and engineered to be the ultimate Copilot Plus PCs, and these are the most powerful laptop and Pro we have ever built. They come with the longest battery life we have ever delivered, and compared to previous Surface generations, it isn't even close.
This new laptop is more than 80% faster than our previous generation, which is impressive, but performance is more than just a benchmark. It's about how responsive the device feels with the things you do every day, whether it's drafting a Word doc, writing emails, editing images in Photoshop, or launching multiple tabs in Chrome. On this new Surface laptop, you can do all those things faster than on a MacBook Air and across twice as many screens. That includes 3 4K monitors and the laptop itself. This is everyday performance that saves you time and helps you get more done. In addition to this performance, Surface Laptop has the battery life you need, and this is the longest battery life on any Surface PC. And it's more efficient than ever too, achieving peak performance with about half the battery drain. To prove it to you, we did a web browsing rundown of the new 15-inch Surface Laptop side by side with the Surface Laptop 5 and the latest MacBook Air. Now, of course, this is sped way up, but with the exact same web content, the new Surface laptop in the middle just keeps on going, far longer than the Laptop 5 and the MacBook Air. The new Surface laptop has nearly double the battery life of Surface Laptop 5, with up to 22 hours of local video playback. Add Wi-Fi 7 on top of all of that, the fastest connection available. We think you are going to be blown away by the speed, snappiness, and battery life on this new Surface laptop.
And right here is the MacBook Air with M3, with the same memory and storage specs on each device, both running Adobe Photoshop natively. So I've already uploaded the same 30 images on both devices, and now I'm ready to work on the edits I want for these images. Getting started, as I zoom in here, I notice how responsive and precise the laptop is at keeping up with my movements. When I zoom in here, when I zoom in here, it's good, but I don't feel the sense of control I'm getting when I'm almost like physically grabbing and manipulating this canvas over here. It feels so good. So I have the edits I want made for these photos. We use an image upscale, denoise, and custom color preset for a sharper image with more appeal. I'll run a batch image processing job to apply the preset to all the photos on each device. So let's get started here. And running it now. So this task is a CPU-intensive scenario that takes advantage of great multi-threaded performance. And with up to 32 gigabytes of RAM, my laptop can handle larger data-intensive tasks concurrently. So I can do more with this PC with less concern about slowdowns or bottlenecks. And the display is beautiful. At 600 nits, this is the brightest display we've ever shipped on a laptop. And it has a P3 color gamut, making it a great display for photo editing, especially if you're working with high-res images where color accuracy is crucial. Now, bringing focus back to the image processing job, look at this amazing speed we're getting on the Surface laptop. This is running at almost 2 times as fast as the MacBook Air over here, while maintaining my productivity and battery life. Yeah.
So pretty self-explanatory there. You can hook it up to 3 4K monitors at once, which before would be quite power intensive. But with this new laptop, it just handles it fine. Plus, it's up to 90% faster than the previous generation. And the battery life is just as great, as you can see from this demonstration. Now, they claim that it can last all day, and this is very impressive considering that I have a Surface Pro 7, which is a few generations back. It's a few years old, but even when I first got it brand new, it could only last for like 4 to 5 hours. But for this new generation of Microsoft PCs, they claim that it can last all day, with up to 22 hours of video playback. That means you can play video for 22 hours straight before it runs out of battery. This is really impressive. And you can see from this demo for image editing, image processing, or even video editing, it does this way faster than the latest MacBook Air.
And for the first time, we're introducing a new OLED with HDR display with a near infinite contrast ratio, so you can see every detail with deep blacks and brighter colors. We know how important your onboard camera is, and this new ultra-wide front-facing camera is our best Surface camera ever. The custom lens has incredible sharpness, accurate color capturing, and great low-light performance. And the rear-facing camera has support for 4K video, so you can capture and edit all on one device. Let's talk about the all-new Surface Pro Flex keyboard. We've revolutionized the 2-in-1 keyboard, now designed to be used both attached and detached. So you can position your Pro and keyboard where they suit you. It's a more comfortable setup, built with additional layers of carbon fiber for more stability on your lap. It can adapt with you wherever you need to stay productive, like on a plane or in a lecture hall. It's backlit and it flexes to meet your unique needs, whatever those may be. It's also our most accessible keyboard, and we're excited to introduce a new bold key set option to assist people who have low vision or make it easier to read and reduce eye strain. The customizable haptic touchpad is 14% larger than our previous touchpad. It helps people with limited hand movement and simply makes the touchpad easier to use. Because when we develop inclusive products, we create a more comfortable and empowering experience for each of us. The slim pin is securely stored, always visible and charging. The ink flows naturally across any app with precise inking and a built-in haptic engine for a more immersive experience.
So I think this section is also worth a mention. Previous Surface keyboards had to be attached to the tablet to function. But here they're showing for this new generation, it can be detached and still work. So I'm assuming this is via Bluetooth connection, and I can see how this can be more convenient in certain situations. For example, on a plane where there's not enough space in front of you to place the full laptop on the tray, then you can place the keyboard on your lap.
Copilot Plus PCs will not only be the fastest PCs, but they're also going to be the most affordable, with up to $200 in savings versus the equivalent MacBook. Yeah. Because the magic only happens when you can get your hands on one of these beautiful devices, I'm delighted to announce that pre-orders start today, and they're going to be available on June 18th. Today, it's just the beginning. There's an incredible team here at Microsoft that is passionate about our mission to empower people to achieve more. We couldn't be more excited about the opportunity ahead for Copilot Plus PCs and what we can bring to people. Thank you very much.
So pre-orders began on the day of the event, which was yesterday, and availability will start on June 18th. The starting price for this new line of computers called Copilot Plus PCs is $999, which is really cheap considering that it's 58% faster than the latest MacBook Air, which uses, again, the state-of-the-art M3 chip. That is priced at around $1,100. So not only is the Copilot Plus PC cheaper, but it's also way faster than the MacBook Air. So that sums up the highlights of yesterday's event. Let me know in the comments what you think of all these updates. And after the OpenAI announcement last week, after they announced that the GPT app will be available for Mac users first, I actually seriously thought about getting a Mac just so I could use that real-time desktop voice assistant to help me out on certain things. However, now with Microsoft just announcing this Copilot app, which also has this real-time voice assistant feature, it can help me play Minecraft or help me code a project. Well, I'm super happy that I don't need to buy a MacBook. I can save over $1,000 and just stick to my Windows 11 laptop, which has Microsoft Copilot. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of all of this, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.